Hi, everybody. Just getting set up for today. Just be a little patient with me here as I'm getting set up on Facebook. We're just about to get started. How is everybody doing? Thank you for your patience. Okay. Going to share on, there we go. Here we go. Hello, hello. We are finally live. How is everyone? We are finally live. How is everyone? Apparently, I have some feedback happening here, so just give me a second. Apparently, I have some feedback happening here, so just give me a second. Apparently, I have some feedback happening here. So just give me a second. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Can everybody hear me if I have my volume on this turned down? So if you're just hopping on, please let me know that you are here, you've made it. Would love to hear from you. Can you hear me now? Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, let's see if this works. I have some weird feedback thing happening. Okay, I'm really glad that you can hear me. This is great. Okay, very good. That's all that's important. I'm just worried that through the recording, since I'm recording on Zoom, that it may not come through, but we'll see. Okay, so we'll just give everybody a minute or two to hop on now that everybody knows that I'm live. How are you doing? How was the weekend? How was your Monday fun day? I've got my phone set up here too so that I can actually take a little look this way. Sometimes things are a little bit delayed, so. Okie doke. Jonna, round 2 of pneumonia. Oh my gosh. Lots, I want to say all kinds of things about that. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's a lot to have to deal with for sure. Sorry to hear about that. Sending you some healing love and energy. Yeah. Hi, Amy. Nice to see you. Thank you for popping on. If you guys are just popping on, please feel free to say hello. And we're going to get into a collective reading. And then I want to share a series that I am launching. I'm so excited about this because I feel like this is something that is so needed for all of us. So yeah, super excited. All right. Okay, well, I'm gonna shuffle some cards, and I've got my it's a light gateway. What is it called? Gateway of Light activation deck. It's one of my favorite decks. It's actually quite accurate, which is really nice as well. Hello, Melissa. Great to see you on. Hi, Kelly. Okay, so we're just going into the collective reading for I feel like the next 2 weeks. So for the rest of April, just asking what exactly is happening, what's coming up. Even as I was tuning in earlier, actually, I was hearing just like this is a time of clearing old stories, old patterns, old stories, ways of thinking, how we've told people about what's happened in our lives or what's happened to us. There's a clearing of this actually taking place. And in addition to that, what that also helps with is it helps us to step into a new story, a new beginning. And so, for so many, uh, you've got a brand new book, you got a brand new page, you got a clean slate. So let's see what comes up here. Hi, Chris, nice to see you. Okay, so this is for the collective, as I've mentioned. This is really interesting. So, so the first one that comes up is the Anunnaki light codes. And what this is about is it says it's an energetic shift, new information, and the end of a cycle. So here you go. Here's confirmation right here that it is the end of a cycle. This is really, really beautiful in terms of what is actually coming forward. Okay. So sorry, don't mind me. I just switched screens. So hi, Norma. Nice to see you on. Yeah. So again, like I said, the clearing of old stories, the old things, the old has gone, the new has come. This is a really, for a lot of people, this is a really uncomfortable, a very turbulent time, actually. And there's a lot of emotional stuff happening internally for people personally, but then also as a collective. There's a lot of stuff coming to the surface. And I'm really finding this as well in the work that I'm doing, whether I'm doing readings, whether I'm doing Akashic Records, body talk sessions, whatever it may be, there is a lot of stuff, emotional stuff coming to the surface, which is also part of the reason why I've put together this 8-week program, which I'm excited about. I'm going to share with you in a few minutes. So then that's the first one, is clearing old stories, end of a cycle. The next one coming up is Seraphim's Gateway. It says voice activation, angelic attunement, and divine support. So this is confirmation that we're in this time where we have a lot of divine support. But here's the thing. Our angels, who are meant to be here for us, don't always work without being asked. And so part of this is about coming into alignment and being attuned. So many of us are being sort of tuned like an instrument to a different station. So maybe these old stories have kept us on one track. This is an opportunity for you now and for all of us to switch to a new track, a new timeline. And when we do that, we also have the opportunity to be able to be more attuned to angelic activity, the activity of our guides, being able to step forward into something different. So part of what came up here was about voice activation. This is a year actually where many of us are coming out of hiddenness. And this relates very much to our throat chakra. So this is about authenticity. So being really authentic. It's about really stepping into your own truth, personal power, your sense of being able to express who you are. It also relates to how you give to the world. So the throat chakra is being activated here. Even as I'm talking, I can feel like it's actually being activated. So I feel like there's some discomfort sometimes because we hold back and we feel a lot of tension here in the throat and even in this area here in the upper chest. And some of this is because we are sort of protecting or holding back, and we're being called into a season and a time when we are needing to come forward with what is really true, what is really authentic and aligned for us. And so I'm super excited. Hi, Fiona. Great to see you. Thanks so much for joining. So this is the word for the collective for anybody joining this evening. And then the next one was the Star Being Healing Codes. So this is about important information coming forward. Wounds are being healed and also recharging. So again, this is a time for us to tune in to a deeper wisdom within ourselves. We have actually an inborn, innate wisdom, even within the body. The body itself is its own little universe, and we can tune in to our bodies. Our bodies actually pick up on so much stuff that's happening environmentally and externally. It picks up other people's emotions, all these different things. And so there's opportunity for us to become greater, more aware, I should say. And so in addition to this, it's an opportunity for wounds to be healed. And so many of our wounds actually happen in community, and that also means then, or in relationship. And so that means that oftentimes our healing will come as we're in relationship with others, because it will actually bring stuff up that is mirroring to us areas that need to be healed. And so this is a great time of healing. March, April, May is a significant time of healing, I feel, for a lot of people. And so we're sort of halfway through. We're kind of in the middle of it. And I feel as well, just to share that, we're working as well with the wood element in Chinese medicine. And funny enough, this year is the year of the dragon, but it's the wood dragon. So this is a lot around, like, a lot of energy, a lot of empowerment. Wood is all about, relates very much to, like, growth and expansion and adapting and planning, and the emotion attached to this actually is that helps to serve us is anger, because anger is an action type of emotion. And so anger helps us to move forward or to take action. So if you're feeling frustrated, if you're feeling, that would be, frustration would be sort of low grade anger. If you're feeling frustrated, or you're like seeing red, or you have things that are being stirred up around injustice and things like this emotion of anger is meant to signal us to take action. It helps actually to serve us. The other side of this is that anger is also a protective emotion. And so usually behind anger, there are other emotions such as sadness and grief and different things throughout our life experience. And so as we're in this process of being in this place of expansion, it can feel extremely uncomfortable. And this is why we must go inward. We must go in, or we'll go without. That's basically what will happen. And so this is a time for us to really work on healing the inner man, the inner being, so that we can take flight. And what I had shared with people at the beginning of the year was my sense of what my guides were saying was that this is the year of the monarch, but it actually was a morpho butterfly, was what I was being shown. And so there's a big play on words here, but I just want to bring this to the forefront. Hi, Mary. Nice to see you here. Hi, hello, Alina. Great to see you. So the reason I'm bringing this to the forefront is because the picture that I had seen was of these beautiful blue morpho butterflies, all just out of the cocoon and then taking flight. And so there are many, many, many people who have been in a significant time of transformation. And what is happening is they're about to take flight. This is this year. And so this is a lot about expansion, a lot about coming out of hiddenness. And the reason I feel that these butterflies were blue was because this represents aspects of wisdom and revelation that is coming forward now. And blue represents oftentimes royalty, authority, those types of things. But this was sort of a lighter type of blue, which for me represents a lot around revelation, sense of peace and is important. And so anyhow, there are other things, and this is with the monarchy, even in the related to the UK, things that are going on there. But the other piece of this is about the monarch, being the monarch in our own life, having rulership, kingship over our own person, over our own being, and being able to move forward, knowing who we are. I also really felt like my guides were saying, this is the year of the solar plexus chakra. So this is us coming into our own space, owning it, being in a place of confidence, personal power, self-esteem being restored and healed, so that we can move forward. Solar plexus chakra is all about motivation and stepping forward. And so many different beautiful things. So I love the fact that we're going through this time of ending a cycle, a new beginning starting, the voice being activated, right? Coming forward, coming out of that space of hiddenness, wounds being healed, and important information that is about to be shared by many, many other people. And then just lastly, for the collective, is this one here, and this is the Soul Star activation. And it says, fulfilling soul contracts and remembering who you are. So this is about us coming into the remembrance of who we are. Our identity is not found really in others. Our identity is not found in the things that we do for other people, or even in the service that we provide for many. It is all about us understanding the bigger perspective of the soul, which understands that, like, this is one life, and we're evolving and we're growing, and so there's such a bigger sense of purpose, and not only purpose but poise, to be poised, to be positioned. Poise has a sense of gracefulness about it, yet great power and strength and control. And so when I think of like a ballerina, they look so graceful, but they have gone through a lot of training, a lot of difficulty, you know, all of the things that happens when you become a dancer. And I took ballet for many years when I was younger, and it was not always easy, I'll tell you that. But I grew in so many ways, even in terms of discipline, having the discipline and developing the muscles and things like that. And so a ballerina has the ability to look extremely graceful and to move gracefully, but it requires a level of positioning and control, so that both of these things coming together in a healthy way will produce this beautiful result of you being able to step forward with such confidence and not being shaken. So that is the word that I have for the collective. I hope that has been encouraging to you. What I want to do next, my friends, is to share with you what I'm going to be rolling out. And I'm very, very excited about it. It's coming up in May, and it is called Heal Your Life, Grow and Expand Your Capacity for More. And then, so it's called Heal, Grow, and Manifest, but it's manifesting aligned abundance. So I'm just going to share my screen really quickly. And, let me know if, like, what I shared with, for you as a collective, is that, that resonate with you. What's your sense of where things are at for you? And I'm just going to go into sharing my screen here in just a second. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, Shakira. All right. Okay. Let's see if everybody can see this. Hopefully it's big enough. I just put it in a Word document to make it a little bit easier. Whoops. There we go. Okay. So this is what I want to introduce to you. So starting May the 11th, I'm introducing a new series. And, myself, I've come through a really powerful, intense time of healing, which was sort of on the tail end of me working on a type of program or a membership. And that was part of what I was in the process of doing while I was in Mexico. And anyway, when I got back to Canada, I did some really intentional healing, and it was really, really powerful. And So basically what I'm sharing with you is some things that I've put together. Um, and the reason I'm doing this is because I do feel, on the heels of what I was sharing about the collective reading, that we're in a significant time of transition. And people could say this every year, of course, but there is something much, much deeper that is happening. And so when we heal, we also help to heal everyone, right? That is what happens. So even in your family line, if your family has a lot of generational trauma, all you have to do is work on your own self. And by coming into a place of deeper healing yourself, you also affect the healing generationally, that it automatically takes place. And so basically starting May the 11th, it'll be alternating Saturdays and Wednesdays. But I'm starting this beautiful program called Heal, Grow, and Manifest. So it's healing your life. This is like our emotions, our mental health. I'll go into more detail here in just a minute. Growing to expand your capacity for more, as I mentioned. And then the manifestation piece. And this is about aligned abundance, but it's not just about money. This is about abundance of health, prospering, that your soul will prosper, that your mental health will prosper, that your emotions will prosper, that everything will be in a state of prosperity. And it's really out of that place of prosperity that we can serve others, because we're managing ourselves and our cup is full, and we have this ability to be able to share in a way that really helps other people. And so this has really been the desire of my heart for a long time, and I'm finally in this space where I get to launch, and I'm really excited about it. So I'll just read what it says here. I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but it says it's an 8-week series starting May the 11th, empowering you to heal your life. So physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, to connect with your higher self and your spiritual team. That's like your angels, your guides, source, um, loved ones who sometimes come in. Also to be able to manifest resources, relationships, connections, abundance, to be able to experience more joy and peace so that you can live a more authentically aligned life that really meets and helps you to fulfill your own desires and the purpose, the reason, the doing part of coming here. So we have two aspects to our sense of purpose. And one aspect of purpose is literally in just being. It's about being present. It's about the energy of you and what you bring to the earth without even doing anything. The fact that you are loved, you are worthy because you are here. You are here in this space. And your existence matters. It matters to so many, many more than we often even realize. And so then the other part of our purpose is connected to the doing part. It's the action. How do we live in the world, and how do we serve others? And that can be within our family unit or even extended to our job situation or to a business or a hobby or volunteer, anything. Doesn't matter what it is. It's the actionable piece of what you find to do. And this is how you better the world, how you serve. So this is sort of a little bit of an idea. And then to give you an idea of like what you're going to be learning and what you would be practicing is, oh, sorry, not very good with this mouse situation here. There we go. Sorry, it keeps getting smaller on me and moving. I apologize. Okay, so some of the things that we're going to do is everything is going to be very practical. So the idea here is to give you tools that we're going to practice while we're in session, but then you're going to be able to practice it. It's very, very easy, very, very simple. And these are ways to help you begin shifting out of sort of the survival mode, stress mode, and move into the healing restoration mode within your body. So this is so that you can really experience, the ease of that transition, because go throughout our day, and we often experience a lot of jarring. Even transitions from going from home to work can be jarring, and work to home or to the next activity. So there's things that you can do to help your nervous system as it is shifting from one mode into another. And so these will be very physical things, but it will affect your mind. It will affect your emotions in a really positive way. And to give you an example of this, here's what I would like you to do. I'd like you just to take your fingers and just put it in your heart space, or the center of your sternum. And just hold your fingers there and take a few deep breaths, but slow your breathing down. So breathe a little slower. Hold your fingers there on your sternum. When you do this, you immediately tell your body that it's safe, and your nervous system and the brain will begin to relax. So if you ever find you're in a stressful situation, all you need to do is just put 3 fingers right there. For me, every time I do it now, I feel a change in my body. I feel my body go, oh, right? And that's what we want to do. We really want to get really practical to help you move out of the survival response. So most of us live from the place of survival, or even the ego mind. And so we're going to be going through a whole process continually every week as part of the series, which will include teaching and then practicing some of the things that are being taught. But we're always going to start with a process of really nurturing our inner child's healing, addressing emotions and pain within our bodies, because our bodies, for most of us, are screaming for attention, and we're not very good at listening. We put things off. And so this would be a very intentional time in a small group type of setting over Zoom, 2 hours every week, where we would be working on building, on healing and building some momentum so that you can actually have what you want. So the other piece that we're going to go into, I kind of mentioned this already, but this is about healing your inner child. You're going to learn how to neutralize, or to sort of depolarize, sort of good, bad, like the experiences, especially what we would call negative experiences and things that trigger us. So you're going to learn and practice how to actually work through triggers. And not only that, but to neutralize things so they don't have such a deep impact. So when we heal those things and the emotions associated with them, it's usually connected to the inner child that is needing some nurture or comfort. And sometimes it's not even always about forgiving people. We could have forgiven everybody. This was my experience. I've done a lot of forgiveness work, but what I really needed to do was come back and comfort the inner child that's afraid, or that feels really angry, misunderstood, all of the things that we have all experienced. It doesn't matter whether you've had great parents or really crappy parents. Um, nobody does a perfect job. Nobody knows everything that you could possibly need. And so through this experience, you're going to be able to have tools to really help you work through it. And during our session times, we're going to work through some of this stuff. So you're not going to be alone in the process of healing as well, which I feel is really, really important. And a lot of this is about you taking your power back. So learning how to bring your energy back to yourself, because you need the energy. And many of us have our energy spread out all over with all kinds of people and different situations and things we feel responsible for and all of that. And what often has happened is we feel very powerless. We feel disempowered and hopeless. And so the goal here, find and fast. It's important to to experience some relief quickly. And so being able to move through these things and to even be able to observe it in a way that creates a little bit more neutrality, so that the emotions are not such high or low emotions where we're swinging back and forth, but instead we can observe and appreciate, and there's even gratitude, and you would experience this. And so then also, in addition, I think I mentioned this before, but again, just covering this, you'd be connecting more deeply with your own intuition. So our own sort of red flag system, but more than that, our own internal guidance system. So this is our higher self, our angels, our guides, to source or God, whatever you're comfortable with. It really is very much about you. So there's no need for me to try and tell you what to think or what to believe, but to be able to present some things for you, and whatever sort of really does fit for you and what you're comfortable with, that is good enough. And so the whole goal here is to be able to help you receive help, right? To call on your angels and your guides and to ask for wisdom and insight, to receive help from your spiritual team with healing your body, with guidance, with wisdom and insight for your life. And then in addition to this, we also want to get really clear on what we want. Many of us have some ideas of what we want, but we actually haven't really made a decision. We haven't decided. And this is half the reason, part of the reason why we can't manifest or bring things about. And then in addition to that, we want to begin to embody it. So the other reason why we either can't manifest or we can't keep what we're manifesting, as in continue to build that momentum, is because we're not embodying it. And so if you think of your body, your mind, your emotions, your whole being as a garden, you need to tend to the garden. And so in order to plant the crops, you need to prepare the soil. And you also need to remove the weeds or the wildlings, the things that are growing there that are no longer serving the purpose. So for example, what about your coping mechanisms, right? The way that you've coped before in the past has served you well, has served me well. And now it may not be serving you at all. In fact, it could be impeding your growth. It could be impeding what it is you're wanting to bring forward, to your goals, the abundance that you're wanting to live within. And so the goal here is to clear the garden and make space. So this is where the healing, dealing with the triggers, these kinds of things come in. So that's tending to the garden, it's nurturing, it's watering, it's comforting, all of those things, right? So our garden needs that. And then in addition to that, I'm going to teach you some really simple tools and ways to be able to actually clear blockages, clear stuck energy within your body's systems. To even how do you sort of have a protective field around you so that your environment is less impactful on your mind and your body, while still remaining warm, while still allowing people to feel warmth from you as opposed to being cold and turned off. Like, I have to protect myself, and lots of times that's coming energetically from a place of fear, because we need safety, and we do need safety. And this is all about creating that internal safety within, and you get to be the parent to your inner child. You get to parent that part of you that maybe didn't receive the parenting that was needed. In addition to that, the goal here is to increase your capacity to manifest. So again, we're building the garden, we're building, we're growing, we're expanding our ability to even manage, to maintain, and to move into more. And so this is about being in that place of aligned abundance. So this is also related to following intuitive, actionable steps that actually will help take you. And it's going to be different for each person. This is going to be a very experiential series. And we're going to have fun. We're going to do some play. I have some fun ideas and ways that we're going to engage with the manifestation process. even as we do the healing process, it's so important for us to experience a higher frequency type of emotion or feeling. So it's not about emptying out the garden, it's what are we going to plant? So we are clearing space, but we are also planting at the same time. That way, as we do this, your process in terms of like what you are bringing forward and what you are manifesting is not a mixed crop. Let's put it that way. So this is also why sometimes you can bring something forth, you can manifest it, you can ask for it, believe it, see it, and things happen, but then experience something that's not quite as good as you really want it to be. For example, I knew of this guy who he actually was able to manifest that he wanted this house, he wanted to be a specific thing, and it was like amazing, and it actually happened and came to pass. A series of synchronistic events. This is what happens when we are aligned. We will start experiencing many more synchronicities and things like that, which is really exciting. Hi, Shelley. And so what happened though was he still had a few things that he needed to work through. So actually, this beautiful house that he had ended up having a major some water issues, which then had mold issues, and then he had to actually move from there. In addition to that, he also had there was some sort of bug issue that he couldn't seem to get resolved, and it didn't matter what he did. These bugs could not seem to be removed from the property, and so as a result, he ended up moving, but that actually led him into sort of working through a few things. And then he was able to actually come into a better house that was like 10 times better. So in addition to this, I just want to say that what I'm sharing with you is what I am using and have used in my life, and I've seen some really significant breakthroughs. This is part of how I have been able to manifest or be a participate in the process of even getting a home that is even better than what I actually asked for. And I always say, just so you know, so anytime you're asking for something, as a little tidbit, just say this or something better, because whatever you have in mind, there's always potentially something better if you'll be open to it. So if you just say, I want this, then sometimes we can be closed off to the more. And what happened was actually I got the more, and I was like flabbergasted, which was, the whole situation was amazing in itself. And so I'm really excited to share these principles, these tools with you. But I'm telling you, on a daily basis, I have been doing exactly what is in here. I have been doing this, and I'm telling you, when I came back, when I came back from Mexico, I actually was quite tired and exhausted and was working through some things. And I felt like my sense of resiliency and even hope at the time was sitting around 1 or 2 out of 10. So like really low on the ability to sort of feel depleted and then bounce back from, and be re-energized and rejuvenated. And now I can say that I'm probably sitting at like a 5, 6, 7 out of 10 on that scale of resiliency. And so the reason for that is because of what I'm going to teach you in this series. The reason for that is because I have been intentionally every day going into my garden and nurturing the garden and addressing challenges that I'm feeling in my body, emotions, all of these things. We all have it. It doesn't matter how great you might look on screen. Nobody has all their poop in a group. Trust me, nobody is perfect. So I'm in this process as well, but I can tell you it works, because I started getting really clear on what I wanted, and I got more than what I wanted and what I asked for. And even to the point of a connection. And I had said to my guides, I said, I'm not going through what everybody else is going through in order to get a place here. I'm not doing credit checks. I'm not doing any of this stuff. Please give me the connection. Give me the connection to the right person. And it was a series of happenstance kinds of events. So and so was here and just happened at the right time where I was. And anyway, and now I'm moving on May 1st into a beautiful home where I'm going to be able to resume my in-person sessions with clients and group sessions and things like this. And so I know this works. That's what I wanted to say. So just to share just a few last things, and then I'll open up in case there's any questions. So you're wondering when exactly and how much is the investment in that. So this begins May the 11th. So this is Saturday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. So that would be 12 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be on alternating Wednesday evenings, starting at 6:30 Mountain Time. I've done it this way so that those who are in Ontario and places like that can actually join us and it's not too late. And then Saturday mornings, 10 a.m. For 2 hours. And I have the specific dates. May long weekend, Saturday, we will not be meeting. I have a different date for that. And I'm going to actually throw in a 9th week. So the fee here is $5.99, includes GST. The regular price for this, because this is a beta program, it's going to be $9.98 moving forward after this. And I do have a payment plan available. So for those who you're wanting to join, you're needing abundance, you want to see your business grow, you want to build some momentum and actually have a container to be able to receive and hold all the blessings that you're going to receive. A payment plan is available, so you can just talk to me about it. I'm just in the process of getting the registration page set up. But if you're interested, please let me know. This is a great gift for yourself, a massive investment. I'm telling you, what I'm going to be putting into this and sharing with you. And then there'll be availability as well. So I'll have a little Facebook group. You can also message me and ask me questions throughout this time. Sometimes you might need a little extra support. And I really want to be here. I really want to help people transform and become healthy. So this is for anybody, if you're needing to see your financial income grow, or you have health issues, or you have mental health or emotional health issues. It's for everyone. You want to lose weight, all of these things. We've got to go in. And so we've got to do the healing. We've got to nurture, and you're going to receive, I can tell you, you're going to receive insight that is pertinent to you, that is so helpful and will help you take very small but easy, it's not always easy, but small steps forward that is going to help you build some momentum. And I've heard so many people say, I've spent so much money seeing this practitioner, that practitioner, I've taken this abundance course, I've taken all of that. And I don't want people to waste their money. I do not want you to waste your money. For me, what is most important is to do the inner work so that you can actually keep and maintain that momentum and maintain what is coming to you. Because a lot of times in our lives, we actually also have a lot of beliefs around self-worth, that we're not even worthy to have it, right? So we got to deal with those things. And I'm here to support you and to be with you. And I'm just so excited for this program. I am capping it at 10. So if there's another group, I'll have another one on another day. But this is 8 weeks. It is a commitment. You need to be ready to actually do the work. So otherwise it's going to be a waste of your money. So don't waste your money. Right? I want you to really be able to be present. And if you miss a time, there's recordings available. I'm here to support you. And so there's no reason why we all cannot be successful. There is room at the table of abundance for everyone. And so even if your business idea might be similar to someone else's, it is not you. You are unique and you have things to share with the world. You have ideas that you need to bring forth. I'm really speaking to some people here who are watching this. You have things that you've put on the back burner for whatever reason, but they are great ideas and they are great plans and things that people need and the world needs and healing that people need and all kinds of things. And there's something holding you back. This series is meant to help you move through whatever is holding you back, whatever you are feeling challenged by. It's to give you tools, but we've got to first, as I said, get out of the survival stress mode. You cannot be creative if you are stressed out all the time or burnt out. You cannot be creative because creativity needs space. It needs breathing room. It needs reflection, right? Just as, you know, when a woman is have a baby, it needs to grow and space is required. And so this is what we're doing. We're creating space so that you can step forward into your future. Your future is bright, my friend. So that's all I'm going to say for today. If you want to shoot me a message, if you're interested, you have questions, I'm happy to hop on a call. Feel free to pop any questions in the chat. I will put this poster in here. You can share this with friends. Do it with a friend. I'll give you a deal. So if you refer and somebody else takes it, I'll give you $50 off of yours. Okay. So for every person you refer and they come in, I'm happy to help however I can. And as I said, there is a payment plan available. So I do have a minimum amount, but it's case by case. So let's have a chat. And I just want to make it really accessible for people because this is a really important time. Great. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And I'm just going to stop the share. And if you have any questions, feel free just to let me know. Just trying to stop this, but I'm not sure. There we go. All right. So I'm back. I'm just popping on here. If you have any questions, let me know. And you're welcome to shoot me a message. This video is shareable as well, so you can share it with your friends. Share the reading as well, because that's right at the beginning. Amy says, practical information techniques to overcome obstacles sounds great. Yeah, we all have them. It doesn't matter how, like the practitioner needs a practitioner, right? So we all need somebody to help us through things that are challenges and hurdles. Sometimes just a different perspective can help us in so many ways. Yeah. Hi, Dixie. Hi, Carol. Lovely to have you on. Amy, I'm on board. I need this. Yeah. My goodness. Don't we all? I need this. So I'm going through it just as much as everybody else is, even though like I'm doing this stuff every day and it is powerful and you can move through a lot of challenges quickly and you can heal emotions and pain and trauma quickly. It does not have to take a long time. And just so you know, this is not a replacement for a health professional. I do not have a degree in this. I have thousands of hours of impromptu counseling and coaching that I've done with people, including people who've been through a lot of trauma. So, you know, if you're wondering about credentials, I have about over 20 years of experience working overseas and in Canada, doing a lot of social work types of things. So I've worked with youth, seniors, people who've been in the down and outs, addictions, sexual exploitation, homelessness, these kinds of things, special needs. So I've seen a lot, and I wish I would have known now. You know, I wish I would have known then what I know now, but it has certainly helped me become who I am. So I'm sharing what I know works. Amy says, I'm on board. Melissa, yes. I'm so excited. So excited. Well, thank you all for being here. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'm excited. I will see those who are meant to be in the session May the 11th. Oh, the other thing I should mention, I do have some dates because I want you to sort of be able to even experience prior to May the 11th some of what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to be giving you sort of some sample stuff, some meditation and a little bit of healing work that we're going to be doing. And I have a few dates for this. So I'm going to actually set up events for this, but the dates are Thursday, April the 18th. So that's this week. 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So that's 9 p.m. Eastern for about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. But the idea will be to kind of give you a taste of sort of some of what we're going to be doing so that you get a little bit of a feel for it and see if it really resonates with you. The other dates are Wednesday, the 24th at 7 p.m. and then probably Saturday, May 4th at 10 a.m. So I'll confirm on the Saturday, May 4th one, but would love to have you. It'll be free. These will be free. so that you can just come and get a sense and maybe receive some healing as well. It's going to be a fabulous time. All right, everyone, have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.